Yes guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to be reviewing this Audi S8 from A&R Cars Limited. Alright, so it is a bit windy, the weather isn't too great today, so apologies if it's not coming out too good, but yeah, I'm going to try my best to make this one of the best reviews I've ever done. But yeah, make sure you've subscribed, make sure you give it a like, because this video is going to be fire. But yeah, exterior. With it being the S8, as you know, we're looking at the silver wing mirrors that you get on the side. You've got the more aggressive grille once compared to the A8, and you've got the LED matrix headlights, which for me really top off the car. You've got your big boy 21-inch alloy rims with obviously the S8 printing on the calipers in there. You've got the chrome look on the car, which might be a bit of Marmite for some people. You might like it, you might not, and that carries on over here on the handles. It is a keyless entry car as well. In terms of the back, we've got the quad pipe in there, which adds to the nice roar that this car gives you. Looking down here, you can see we've got our memory seats, which are all electronic. It allows you to adjust the lumbar, the seating position, the headrest position, and obviously on the side here, you can see this is how you set it up, and you can adjust it 1 or 2 settings in case you've got 2 or 3 people driving your car and they want their preferable seating position. All right, all set up for the drive. There's nothing left to do but to press this big button down here. So foot on the brake, stop button, and it roars into life. This is a V8 engine. Let's flick it down into drive. Oh, we're in sport. Not yet. Easy now. Easy. So we're rolling off now. I am using a microphone down here, so excuse the mess, but I'm just not too happy with the GoPro. Not too happy with the GoPro audio, so I'm going to try this method and see whether it improves. If not, I will be upgrading the GoPro. So starting off, the car is a very smooth, as you can expect. 2016, it's not an old car, it's very smooth. Cabin is super quiet, so I'm not too sure how much sound it's picking up, but the cabin is super quiet, and that's something that obviously is a hat off to Audi. They're currently doing 23.8 miles per gallon. I did say we'd mention it. I've driven around for about 10 minutes just to get it up to temp and make sure that I'm not like selling it short or being kind of unrealistic in terms of the MPG. So as I spoke about earlier, it's quite like a sleeper. So you look at the car and at first glance you just think, oh, there's a car, there's a big car, drive around the city. Maybe you could be using it as like some sort of Uber service, it's up to you. But with an S8, you really don't want people in this car. You just want to be alone or with a few mates that don't mind a bit of spirited driving. In terms of fuel, it has done 23.8. Like I said, now it is dropping quite a bit. But this car isn't made to be efficient. This car is just made to be brutal, powerful, all of that good stuff you want out of an S car. The car is very spacious inside. Like I said earlier, it does make you feel very safe with it being this big. That could be an issue for those of you that don't like driving big cars, especially on short, narrow roads. But overall, it's an amazing place to be. You've got an 82-litre tank, which means you can probably fill it up with 100 quid, and that should last you 500 miles. But realistically, you're probably only going to get about 300 or 350 if you're cruising out of this engine. So in terms of the interior, a very nice place to be, very quiet in the cabin. Obviously, some people might not like how dated the media system is, but overall, it's got everything you need. Your Bluetooth, your sat-nav, your USB, which is in the armrest area here. So they haven't really skimped out on anything, and there's nothing that you really need that you'd think, oh yeah, this is a great car, but just a but for now. This car is a 4-wheel drive car, which means rain or shine, you're good to go. You can put your foot down fully knowing that you're not going to spin out, and if you are spinning out, that's down to driver error and your inability to control the beast. So this is a 4-wheel drive car as well. It sits in the insurance category of 49, which is very high, but the higher you go in terms of engine power, obviously the more your insurance is going to be. So that's something that is kind of forgiven when you decide to get a little prestige car. I believe tax for this car is around the 450, 500 mark. Don't quote me on it, but you can check that all out. So it is an expensive car to run, but one thing you've got to ask yourself is, will you be smiling all the way to the petrol station? I will. We spoke about it earlier, but you've got your Audi Drive Select, which can be accessed through the steering wheel, which means you don't have to take your hand off the steering wheel. You've got your efficiency, comfort, auto, dynamic, and individual. With individual probably being the best setting, because that allows you to tone it right down to how you want it. Whether you want it to have a really sporty engine sound, but you want a comfort steering, or whether you want it to be the nice direct steering that you get from the sport and the dynamic settings. So in terms of throttle response, there's very minimal lag. So simply cruising along here, put your foot down, it's instant. And that probably would be down to the fact that it's a twin turbo. Don't quote me on it, but I want to be quite sure in saying that the turbo lag, the reason why it's so quick is the fact you've got those big turbos that are pushing this engine and allowing it to put out all of that 512 brake horsepower. This car is super smooth. Again, with the air suspension, you're not really going to struggle. There's a little A8. Hey mate, you ain't got the S8. You ain't got all of this. Woo-hoo! Yeah, you ain't got all of that. But at the end of the day, you can go from madman to nice gentleman cruising through some country lanes. With the air suspension that comes with the car, it's really smooth, so you're not going to have any problems with your back. Going over bumps isn't going to be like a fudge. You're not going to see things flying all over the place. Really smooth, and that is purely down to the air suspension. It has got big boy tyres on, so it has got some 21-inch alloys, but with the suspension how it is, it doesn't really make an impact on how the car drives or how rough or how bouncy the car is. The car is very well balanced. It's a machine. So, how would I use this car? Would I use it every day? Yes. If you're going to buy this car, that means you've got deep pockets. You have to have deep pockets to buy this car. Or you just have to be sure that you're not going to be getting 500-600 miles out of this tank. If you're going to get an S car, forget efficiency. You can get quoted 30 miles per gallon, but it's all about miles per gallon, which I mentioned earlier. And I'd use this car if I was going on a long trip. And I thought, you know what? Cruising along at 50, as soon as that national speed limit goes up and you just quickly want to get to 70, this car is perfect. You're not going to go over 70. No one does that. Negatives about this car, not much. I would say the media system slightly, with it being a 2016 model, maybe they could have kind of put something in there a bit more special to add to the car and add to the look of the car. But again, this car, with it being the S model, you don't really care about all of the entertainment and like what it can offer you in terms of, oh, can it speak to me? Hey Audi. No, it can't. But you don't really mind that. You just want the pure power you're going to get from that. And does it give you that? 100%. There's so much to say for positives of this car, in the fact that it's not going to turn heads if you don't want it to. So you're driving through the city, it's not like, hey, look at me, this is a Jaguar. No, it's just, it's an Audi. You can see the kind of the little S badge on there and the V8 sign on the sides. But other than that, it's really, really subtle. That's the word I'm looking for. It's subtle in terms of you ain't got to think, park my car here, someone's going to scratch it or someone's going to be looking around it. No, it just looks like an A8. But then you put your foot down on the motorway or in town, just give it a little blip and that will definitely turn heads. So the general feel of this car for me is, if I had 35k to buy one of these used, would I? I'm a Mercedes boy now. I have kind of converted to Mercedes, but I did drive a few Audis and I did own a few Audis, and I would say yes, I would. I would. And why? Because of the fact that it's a V8, don't forget, you're not going to find a V8 for around this sort of money. And on top of that, it's German. You can't go wrong with a German car. You know what you're paying for. You're not going to have anything unexpected, touch wood. So it is a good investment, and these cars kind of do hold their money, with it being an S car. So you put your money in, when it goes to selling, you're not going to lose too much money that you're probably going to spend on petrol anyway. But again, like I said, you purchase the car and then forget about it. Just get your credit card ready, because you are going to need it, or just get the savings ready, or just get Uncle Tunde in Nigeria, whoever you want to get, make sure you got those funds ready, because this car is an absolute beast. And now we're in the national speed limit anyway. Let's go through the car settings there. Go into individual, which opens out the engine. It gives you a few pops as well on the downshift, and let's just open it up a bit. And this car just wants to go. It doesn't want to chill. It does not want to chill. And before you know it, you're doing 60 miles an hour. To let you know, when I did put my foot down there, I wasn't exaggerating anything. I was pegged back. I might even have a whiplash tomorrow, so I might get a phone call. Have you had an accident in the last 5 years? Are you suffering from whiplash? Please contact. Then you just put the phone down on them and then you just do it again. So lowest number I've seen booting it around is 17.2 miles per gallon, which again isn't too bad, but it is totally irrelevant today, because this car isn't made for you to be watching your miles per gallon or looking at your petrol tank and saying, oh no, I'm running out of fuel. You forget all of that. And I don't know how many times I need to say that. This car, if you want a car that will give you smiles every single day and you will not get bored of, it's definitely this car. Living in England as well, where speed limits are 70, there's no autobahn, this car is more than enough. If you want something more, get out of England. If you're watching this and you live in Germany, come over to Harlow, come and pick this car up, take it over there, keep it over there, enjoy your life. Enjoy your life, enjoy your life. So yes guys, I'm just about to pop over to the petrol station, so I thought I'd end the video here. Make sure you give it a like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification button so you can be notified whenever a new video pops up. Also head over to A&R Cars Limited, look through their range of cars if there's something that tickles your fancy. If you're selling your car, get in touch with them as well, they pick up cars. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Have a great day, I know I will, and God bless.